Hi. Hello. If you're watching this and you saw my last video where I was talking about doing a video about films that I've watched and stuff like that, I still have not filmed that. So I'm just gonna sit down and film something else instead because people have been saying that they actually like the videos where I sit down and just talk. So I was like, you know what? These are really easy to do and I don't have to plan anything. I can just do it. And it's nice. And I like doing this anyway because I like talking to myself. First off, I want to start by saying I feel like I haven't even processed the fact that I have hit 1,000 subscribers, which was a while ago, but now I'm at 1,400, I think. It's around that. Let's pull it up here. I am at 1,467 subscribers, and it has gone up and down a couple times, but like that's just so crazy to me because I knew that YouTube compared to other like social media was really hard to grow on, like whereas TikTok, you post something and you're immediately pushed out to like at least 200 people and then it goes from there. Like that's how I think the algorithm works. But there's a car going by. I'll wait. But YouTube has always seemed very daunting to me, and so I was like, I would put a few videos out here and there, and then I would just never do anything with it. The fact that I have hit 1,000 subscribers, which if you don't know, to be able to be monetized, which means making money, ad revenue and stuff like that on YouTube, you have to have currently, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours in the last 365 days, which is a lot when you're starting off fresh with nothing. Because it's 4,000 watch hours in the last year, that means like something you posted 3 years ago that maybe did really well on YouTube with the algorithm probably won't count unless those are recent hours of like people clicking on it now, which is frustrating, but that's why I've been so consistent. I'm trying to up that watch hour. Anyways, guess how many watch hours I have right now. And I never thought I would hit this, but I did. 1,032 at the moment that it's showing me. It updates every couple days. So that means I am a quarter of the way there. I do know also when you get there, you have to make at least I think $100 in order to actually get the money, which is crazy, but that's a future problem for me to worry about. I am so excited because I feel like this is what I am achieving sometime this year, and that's been my biggest goal. Like I have this journal here, and one of the things I've been writing, because every week it prompts you to write your goals for the week and like things that you're going to focus on, the main thing you're going to focus on. And so what I wrote, my very first goal for the year, I get monetized on YouTube. We're halfway into the year? I feel like I've grown a lot. Anyways, this video isn't even about that. I just wanted to like say thank you, and I know I keep saying thank you, but I'm practicing my gratitude, so I'm just gonna keep doing it until you guys just tell me to shut up. I kind of wanted to have a quick rant about being quiet because I feel like it's talked about, but it's not talked about at the same time. I don't know how to explain what I'm talking about, but I grew up very quiet, I'm just a reserved person, and I keep to myself, and if I won't really like initiate a conversation with someone unless they initiate it with me first. So if someone says something to me, I'll respond. Typically I just keep to myself, and I'm very like observant. I like to listen. Like if I'm in a group of people, I like to listen to the conversation, and occasionally I will say something if I have something to say. But because of that, if you also grew up quiet, and I'm sure you did if you clicked on this video, you know what it's like for someone to look at you and go, do you even talk? I've never heard your voice before. Do you know how to talk? Are you mute? I used to get bullied and called mute, and that's not even a bad thing. It's just at the time it was like, I'm not, but that's how I was seen, was just the quiet kid. And I don't know, I just kind of wanted to make a video because I was thinking about it last night and like how it's so stupid. It is so stupid the way that people view quiet people because they don't understand. They just simply don't understand it. And I don't know what else to say about it besides that. Like some people just genuinely do not get it. They think like, oh, well, you should just talk more. Do you know the amount of times I have wanted to look someone in the eyes after they say, why don't you ever talk? And say, why don't you ever stop talking? You know, put the question back on them. And I've seen comments on social media about that. And the people who do like to talk, extroverts, whatever you want to call them, were like, if someone said that to me, I would be so sad. Right, so what is the point that we're not getting here? Why is it okay to ridicule someone for being reserved, keeping to themselves, not speaking all the time, compared to it's a bad thing when you ask someone why they talk so much? And I understand why that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, why is it not a bad thing to ask someone why they don't talk? Because really, a lot of these people, they don't even have a reason. They just don't. Like, that's me. I just don't. I just simply don't. That's who I am. That's how I've always been. It's not something that I can just change overnight. Is it something that I could work on? Yeah, maybe. But do I want to? No. I like who I am. I like being quiet. I like speaking when I actually have something to say. Like, I don't want to just talk to someone, you know? This sounds so ridiculous, but it's something that only people will understand if you've gone through it and like experience, you know, being at school and like all your classmates just constantly every single day, at least 3 times a week, saying, you don't ever talk. Why have I never heard you talk? Can you talk? Can I hear you talk at least once? Like, trying to bribe you. You know what I should have done? I should have started a business in middle school saying, if you want to hear me talk, $5. Meet me out back, you know? Like, oh, it's just so ridiculous. And you know what else I remember? This one time I was at summer camp, I was dared to scream something. I don't even remember what it was, but everyone was like daring me to do it. And so I was like, you know what? I'll do it. It was really hard for me to do because I also just can't really yell. Like, that's just how my voice is. I'm very soft-spoken. But I remember that. And I remember it being videotaped and everyone watching the video and being like so mesmerized by it. And I was like, what is so fascinating about this? Like, and I do understand, like, oh my gosh, I've never heard you be so loud. Like, it's just fascinating to see. But I remember people being like, I'm so proud of you for doing this. And I was like, why? Like, I know how to yell. Like, I can do it if I really try. I just, like, what's wrong with me if I don't, you know? I feel like sorry, this is shaking. I feel like that's always the thing with quiet people, is it's a bad thing and it needs to be fixed. I don't think so. I don't think it needs to be fixed. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Obviously, take that into consideration based on, like, what the context of them being quiet is. Like, maybe they went through a lot and it's like trauma response and they need to work through that. That's a whole other thing. But I'm talking about, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way, okay? I don't want to go around and just, like, say things all the time. I don't know how else to word that besides saying, like, I don't want to fucking do that. It pisses me off. And then, now that I'm older and I've, you know, I'm a little more I don't want to say outgoing because I'm literally not that outgoing. I mean, it depends on who I'm around, but I feel like I'm less shy and I'm more just reserved. Like, back in the day when I was younger, I was shy. I was 100% shy. It was like a nervous thing. But now I'm just quiet because I can be. But now I look at, when I see kids who are shy and quiet, like I was, there's a certain connection, not just kids, just people in general. There's a certain connection that I have with those people where I'm just like I get you. And I could, like, telepathically tell them that and they would probably hear it, you know, like that kind of connection. It's like so crazy because truly nobody understands unless you are like this. Like, which is why I really like my channel and social media, because I can be loud and strangers on the internet aren't going to be like, whoa, I've never heard you talk before. Obviously, you've never heard me talk before. You don't even know me. I don't know where I'm going with this conversation, but it just blows my mind that some people have the audacity to say that. And it's not just in grade school that it happened. It happens still to this day. From family, from, you know, people who I don't really see that much, old family, friends, whatever. Like, all those people, they just constantly want to do it. They want to, like, be like, why don't you ever talk? I've never heard you talk. Oh my god, she smiled. It gets to a point where it's so frustrating. At this point, it's not even just being quiet. It's just like, I'm not the most expressive person, and maybe that's a certain spectrum that I might potentially be on, but that doesn't make it okay to like make me feel embarrassed when I do express myself in front of people. You know, I feel like over the years I've gotten really good at actually being able to like laugh and not feel like embarrassed. But then still to this day, people will look at that and be like, oh my god, she smiled. Did you see that? She smiled. Oh my god, she's laughing. And they think that I can't hear them either. They think that I'm stupid. Like, I have a gun in my pocket. I'm kidding again. That I love Caleb Heron. Isn't that crazy? That when I smile, people are surprised. Not just surprised, they point it out. And also, I am a woman, and so I have had my experience of men telling me to smile, or telling me to smile more. So not only that, but also I get told by everyone else that I need to smile more. I actually don't need to. It actually makes me want to smile less when you tell me to smile, or when you point out that I'm not smiling, or when you point out that I do smile. It actually makes me really angry. Hence why I'm filming this. But I wanted to put this out there because I know that someone's gonna click on this video and know exactly what I'm talking about. How do I wrap this up now? I just like made myself so mad thinking about it. It's very frustrating. So this is a PSA to anyone who's watching this who doesn't understand this feeling. Don't do that. Don't say it. You don't need to point it out. You can just act like I'm a normal human being. Actually, so crazy concept. I am a human being who experiences emotion and smiles and laughs and speaks too. Isn't that so insane? Apparently it is. Listen, I'll wrap this up by saying I understand. People are excited to see someone that they know who they know to not really do that stuff. Maybe they don't talk a lot. Like when I'm somewhere that I'm not completely comfortable, I'm not gonna be talking. I'm gonna be sitting there just like observing everything. That doesn't mean that I'm bored. That doesn't mean that I'm sad, or I need you to come up to me and harass me about telling you how I feel, which did happen, by the way. Oh, that's a whole other story that I won't get into. That doesn't mean that I am not okay. It just means that I am present in the moment, and I have a resting face that maybe looks a little depressed, but that doesn't mean that I'm depressed. This is my smile. I'm very happy. That's another thing. I have a little bit of an RBF, resting bitch face. There's nothing wrong with that. I can't even control it. That's another topic too that I could go into. Yeah, just because I look like I'm not having fun doesn't mean that I'm not having fun. It's just I'm not the most expressive person. And there are a lot of people like that, and you just don't understand it. And that's okay, but that doesn't make it okay to poke the bear, you know? Like, I am actually begging you on my hands and knees, please do not do that to anyone, a child especially, because that shapes how they feel about themselves in the future. I know from experience. It makes them insecure to speak more. So when you're constantly harassing a child to say, like, speak up, you don't ever talk, I never hear your voice, that's gonna make them embarrassed to to grow up and speak. Because when they grow up and speak, you start pointing out, oh my gosh, you're talking. Oh my gosh, you're smiling. Oh, you laughed at the joke. When that happens, I go from, I'll be smiling, right? And I hear someone say, oh my gosh, she's smiling. I'll go like, that's exactly what happens every single time, not even joking. If you are like me, you're quiet, maybe, reserved, if you will, not that expressive, whatever it may be. I see you, I feel you, we're connected, we're like this, okay? Comment down below, feel free to comment down below. I mean, let me know your experiences, rant about whatever, because it's so annoying and not everyone gets it. It's really hard to find an audience of people, or the target audience, because a lot of the time it reaches the wrong people. You know what happens, they like, oh well, I'm just happy to see it. I just love when people get out of their shell. Yeah, everyone does. You don't need to express that. I really like doing these sit down videos, I think, because when I see them on my suggested feed, I usually click on them because I love to hear people either give advice or just rant or talk about something, anything. So let me know if you like these, because I do want to do more, but I'm still experimenting, figuring out what I want to do. Thank you for all of my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already and you've watched more than one of my videos, hey, what are you doing not being subscribed? That's kind of mean, actually, when you think about it, because it's free. You don't even have to pay for it. If you had to pay for it, I would have gotten it, but it's right there. You could just, literally takes 1 second. Like the video. I don't really know what that does. I don't know. Does it boost the video more? I don't know. I know comments probably do, and views, but I am gonna set the goal that by the end of the summer, so end of August, I will be monetized on YouTube. Whether I make money from it or not, I don't know, but I will have hit my 4,000 watch hours, and it's only going up from there. So if you want to be on this journey with me and you want to watch me grow, welcome. If you're here before I hit it, I mean, you're a real one, and I will remember you on my deathbed. I don't know why I'm talking about my deathbed on here. Okay, maybe that is a little depressing, but thanks for listening to my rant. If you get it, you get it. We're like this. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Oh my god.